And Jamie!
No.
But James!
Yeah!
I'm the only one happy to see Jamie.
Boys, in front of you is your 7-course Michelin star DIY food kit.
It's your welcome back gift, James.
Open it up.
Treat me well.
I didn't expect 7 courses. Oh.
Oh, hello.
So talk us through your 7 courses, boys.
So we've got sourdough, confit potato and truffle mix, little croustards,
Nice.
chicken fat and sep butter.
Copper, salami,
Yes.
part of our starters. And then we're going with scallop, mussel, and pickled apple.
Oh my goodness! Prime salt aged beef Wellington.
Ooh, and it's not cooked. That's cool. Okay. And then our dessert is Douglas fir, dark chocolate, and lemon verbena.
You also should have a palate cleanser in there as well.
Yep, apple and goods.
We do.
Apple and goods produce.
Everything's really organised for you, and that's what you need if you're doing this amount of cooking.
It looks like exciting food. I can't imagine what all of it tastes like, and that's what I'm most excited about.
They're definitely hitting the mark in terms of stuff you wouldn't cook at home.
Let's get cooking.
So we have a confit potato and truffle mix, which smells incredibly truffly.
It's truffling.
And that's going into these little croustards, which will then be topped with a chive emulsion. I know I'm going to screw it up at some point, but all we're doing is spooning it in. So it is difficult to go that far wrong.
Look at the photo. Look at the
Mate, it's
photo.
not a cupcake.
He's so basic. I love it. And he tries so hard.
Like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
There you
that's
go.
it.
Nailed the
That's your
last
best
one. Great.
From a chef's point of view, how much time have we saved by just constructing that? How long will that have taken you to make it at home?
I can imagine that took a little while to
Yeah.
make.
Yeah.
Like
Confit potato.
over an hour, surely.
Yeah.
And the confit potatoes might be longer.
Like looking at the menu and the layout of the instructions, do you think this is designed to make it a course at a time?
It does it by order of course, but it would be better if it did it by order of preparation. Done a truffle croustade, but our bread needs to go in the oven for 8 minutes now. And then our Wellington needs to go in the oven for 25 minutes. So
Yeah.
that should really have been the first thing we do. But I don't think you can expect people to read everything and then deconstruct that themselves.
No, people are just going to follow this probably from
Linear.
the start, yeah, in a
sure.
linear way.
Yeah.
And maybe that's okay.
For me, if it still takes the stress out of doing it all and it is just cooking, I'm happy with that. If it's I'm in the kitchen doing things while something else is happening, like that would stress me out.
Jamie is placing the charcuterie on a board.
Are you quenelling our butter?
I was trying, but it's needs a bit of work. Needs a bit of working, you know.
So the kit names are made in Oldstead. So Tommy Banks grows the majority, I think 90% of the ingredients that he uses in his restaurants. The rest are sourced from the local area. And so everything, as we've learned with top restaurants, is in season. It's what's growing at the time, it's what's going to taste best and freshest. So that's probably why you've got quite a lot of mushroom going on, because it's probably
Yeah,
what's being grown and harvested at the moment.
Generous charcuterie board and bread, isn't there?
Yeah, before you even start the meal, look at this.
Yeah. So we're skipping ahead to the beef Wellington.
We're going to do the beef Wellington. We're going
Because
to
we
put it
can
in
see
25.
that it needs to go into the oven for 25 minutes. Whilst that's in the oven, we can then cook the starter. What's cool is this needs an egg yolk to brush. They've given us the egg yolk.
That's cool. I expected that we'd need an egg and
We'd
I was
need
going
an
to
egg.
criticise. I was ready to criticise.
So that's going to go into the oven for 25 minutes, and then it also needs to rest for 15 minutes. So we've made
I did not read that far ahead.
We've made a great
James!
decision. We've also got a pot of wild garlic salt, but I can't see anywhere where it's used.
Let's do the whole thing
Yeah.
and see if it appears somewhere.
So our fish course is scallop, mussel, and pickled apple. We're going to empty a mussel broth into a small saucepan, heat it up for about 5 minutes over a low heat, then cook our scallops, seasoned well with salt, turning halfway through after about 2 minutes.
Salt.
This is the first time we're actually applying some sort of skill to the recipe.
You're having to heat something.
Yeah.
So James, you're doing the cooking, James doing the plating for this one?
Yeah, I've got it on a medium heat, so 1 minute per side.
Oh yeah. have a whiff of that.
What is it?
This is a fermented
yes.
pepper powder. It says that they grow the peppers in their garden, ferment them and turn them into a powder, and it's just one of the ways they preserve ingredients in the Hunger Gap season.
It's going to be delicious.
The first bit was very generous. This is still for 2, right?
Take into consideration how much bread you've got.
Yeah, good point.
This isn't a starter, this is a fish course. So this is ahead of your beef Wellington as well.
How are they looking, James?
I'd have maybe given it a touch more if I wasn't going straight on, but they look delightful.
To dress, top with the pickled apples, a sprinkle of pepper powder, and pour over the hot mussel broth.
Oh, great.
That's it.
That's it. Fish course done. We've noticed one thing. The picture of the plated dish in the menu doesn't have the scallop cut into 3, which is what it tells us to do in the instructions. So if you are trying to follow it, we've got something that looks quite different now to what they've got.
Okay.
It's not a problem, but it's just, again, you're trying to instill confidence, aren't you, in someone who's following the recipe. It'd be really nice if it all added up.
Yeah. I don't want to break with the flow, but I feel like...
You're hungry, aren't you?
Yeah, I feel like at least one of the... Because it's served warm, I feel like it needs to be eaten and appreciated in its prime state.
Yes.
How long have we got on the Welling?
We've still got 10 minutes on the
And
belly.
resting time.
And resting time.
Should we do the first 3 courses?
Let's.
So before we start, do our wine pairing at the same time. So we have a rosé to go with our fish course. A stunning rosé which is light and crisp with a unique hint of white pepper.
So it's really cool because the Banks brothers, Tommy and James, basically inherited their parents' pub, the Black Swan, and the original chef who was there turned that into a Michelin star restaurant in 2011. And then Tommy took over the role as head chef and retained the star, making him the youngest acquirer of a Michelin star. And now, Tommy takes care of the food, James takes care of the drinks, so they make loads of other drink options, not only the wine pairings, etc., but at the restaurant there's tons of other drinks that you can also buy through the website as well. So it's a proper family affair.
Canapé?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, chefs. Confit potato is so nice.
And there's nothing that you'd ever do at home.
Salty, isn't it? But in a
It is
wonderful way.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
No, it's superb. But
I want another one though.
Yeah. But if this was a sit-down meal for 2, you'd
have
get 2
another
of them.
one. Yes!
Bread and butter?
Yes, please.
So,
What the are you doing?
oh, stuff all off.
You... He just took a massive bite.
I just saw it there and it was calling me.
Well, Mike, cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Mike. Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
Now, you've baked a few loaves of sourdough in your time. How's this?
It's decent. The butter is so good.
No, it's good. Really good.
Do you want to pick?
Yeah. I'll try some of that.
That's perfect to pick up the entire meal. That is
Amazing.
snacking meat, Jamie.
Yeah.
It does what it says on the tin, but it's high-quality versions of
Yeah.
a charcuterie board and all the stuff listed. I don't think there's any weak links there at all. Like, they properly deliver on expectations, don't they? They're delicious.
That is incredible. Love that.
Fish course.
There you go.
So the wine pairing for this was the rosé, dry and crisp, with a hint of white pepper.
The broth is so clean and refreshing.
Oh my goodness, that is
Something not a gazillion years would I even attempt to make that at home.
it's just actually quite demoralising that
Yeah.
I could never get close to doing something like that.
It all goes so well
Yeah.
together, like the pepper and the apple. The scallop isn't lost.
This is a good pairing as well.
Whilst the Wellington's resting, with 5 minutes left, we're going to add some oil to the frying pan, season our hens of the woods with salt and fry for 1 minute on each side or until evenly golden. Then we're going to empty our onion sauce into the saucepan and place over a low heat.
I'm going to say that they should be the other way around. I put it on before the mushrooms because the mushrooms are like you're cooking, whereas the sauce you can just leave on a low heat and it will be warm through. Therefore, I just switch those steps around.
This is why I love him, because he's opinionated.
Now, do you want to use just normal sea salt, James, or would you like to use our wild garlic salt?
I think we should use the wild garlic salt
Okay.
if it's not mentioned anywhere else.
No, it's not. Oh, yes. Right, it's welly time.
Do you want to do the honours?
Oh, that
You're the beef guy still,
What are we
right?
looking for?
I mean, we're looking for blushing, aren't we?
Blushing throughout as well, isn't it?
Well, you better
Top.
take your trousers off.
That wouldn't make you blush.
No, just.
It's going to be great. Oh, cuts well.
nicely blush in the middle.
Oh, it looks great.
I love that you're on plating.
It's so good.
Always.
Always, he's getting more confident.
Yeah, I like it.
A bit more confident.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Look at that.
So this kit is referred to as the Hunger Gap signature kit, and Tommy Banks describes the Hunger Gap as that difficult part of the year in the UK where it's really difficult to harvest ingredients. So it's all about preserving, it's all about using what's in season well, smartly, and then putting them together to create delicious food.
Right, can we get this into the section
Yeah.
so we can eat it? Well, would you like a
Yes,
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 yes, yes.
paired with a Syrah Mourvèdre, which is powerful and spicy, full of rich flavours of dark fruits and pepper. Cheers.
Oh my goodness. Wow, just the mushroom on its own.
Yeah, that mushroom is delicious with the
Wow.
leek.
Oh,
Leek top emulsion.
it's so scalliony, isn't it? It's like that sort of almost very oniony. I don't know how they made that. What? It's great.
Also, that beef is kind of melt in your mouth type of beef.
That cut of beef is fantastic.
Yeah.
And you cooked it to instructions. Are you happy with it?
Yeah, I thought when it came out, perhaps it was a little bit rare, but the quality of the beef just... like,
Okay.
It's so good.
That as a plate is awesome.
We've
That is
hammered
such a good plate of food.
We've aggressively hammered it. Are you okay? I mean, I know next to nothing about wine other than dark fruity reds go really well with beef.
Oh,
And that dark fruity
So
red
woody.
goes really well with that beef.
This is lovely.
It just works.
cleanse me.
Palate cleanser. So what's this again?
Apple and gooseberry juice.
No cooking at the start, no cooking at the end. It's all in the middle.
Nice.
Which I think is quite nice.
Yeah. And also, there wasn't that much cooking. Let's be honest.
Cook
I-
1
I
minute on
think I
either
worked
side.
hard.
Yeah. So for dessert, we've got a Douglas fir and dark chocolate cremeux, topped with caramelised white chocolate crumb, served with a lemon verbena curd, and finished with a Douglas fir sherbet.
What's Douglas fir? Do you
That's
know?
a tree, isn't it? It's like a Christmas
It's a tree, yeah, it's a tree.
It's like a Christmas tree. What is that?
This is a toasted hay bourbon fudge, and it says to serve this with a coffee or an espresso martini.
Oh, hey.
Would you like to cleanse your palate first?
I'll cleanse my palate first.
You cleanse your palate first from that side and I'll do the other side.
Actually, delicious, delicious. Just the right amount.
Well, it's not as sharp as I thought. Wow, it's rounded off. Lovely.
Oh, it's like, well, it's really dry, but then,
I'm ready for chocolate.
I feel cleansed.
yes, paired with a late harvest Chenin Blanc with notes of apple pie, honey, and blossom.
It's got texture other
Okay,
than
right.
just goo.
I was expecting just chocolate mousse.
No, it's not. It's
But there's
just
so much going on.
it's a crunchy bottom. It's got a crunchy bottom.
Oh, God, I'm glad you can't see under this worktop.
That is mental.
Oh my goodness.
A lot going on there.
Wow.
It tastes piney.
It's like
Yeah.
like cherry almost.
I'm getting a little, Black Foresty vibe.
Black Forest,
Yeah.
I I don't think that's a white wine that I would choose to drink.
No. And straight after that chocolate, it works beautifully. Give me some fudge! And that's phenomenal.
That's really good.
That is wonderful.
I'm having a fantastic time.
So it's a fudgy fudge, not a crumbly fudge.
Again,
So this is
quite a lot for two.
Are you okay? I've got fudge in my ear hole, thanks. Did it meet the expectations that were set out at the beginning?
So quality of ingredients and quality of flavour of each of the 7 dishes, I could never hope to do at home by myself. The ease of which I was able to do that was fantastic.
I think it totally delivers. What you're looking for is flavour and things that you either wouldn't think of doing or can't do at home. Both of those out of this world. And cooking was super easy. Like no cooking for most of the courses, 2 courses, like pot on a pan. It's so great.
Any criticisms?
I think the only thing is, and we touched on it earlier, but having the instructions, not necessarily just by recipe, but by the order that you should be doing them in to complete the 7 courses, that would be useful, but you can do that by reading through it and breaking it down. It's just taking that one more step out would be perfection.
How much do you think we paid for this kit, including the wine pairing?
120 quid?
I had 150 in mind.
So the Tommy Banks Made in Oldstead Hunger Gap kit retails for £135.
Slap bang in the middle of what
Right
we
in the
both said.
middle.
Yeah. And you'd both be willing to pay for that?
I feel like it's value for money. Like, it's really generous and it's a really nice evening in.
For a special occasion, yeah, I would, yeah.
I think in our circumstances, with young children in the family, these sort of kits are invaluable
Priceless, aren't they?
because we don't get to go out very often.
my house anymore. Well, over to you guys. What did you think, having watched all of that unfold? Would you buy this kit? And do you have any other recommended kits that we should try on your behalf next time?